Hello everyone, Stephanie Colombo here, just getting ready to walk you through how you can check your study abroad programs applications on ViaTRM. Of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to follow up with me. So this is the login screen for ViaTRM. You'll see the URL up here, and you can just click this pink button that says Go to Portal, and you'll be able to log on with College of Charleston single sign-on. But for purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to log in a different way, as I've made an account that can have the same view that y'all will have with your level of access. So you'll see right when I log on, I'm on what we call the Traveler's Dashboard. So you'll see students listed here who have interacted with your program, started an application, or applied for a program. There are also some really great filters over here on the left-hand side, so you can take a look at those. You might see some students that are loading in this way without a full profile name, things like that. That is probably indicative of the fact that they did not log on through single sign-on. And so you might want to let us know or let the student know that if they are a College of Charleston student, they should be logging on through single sign-on. That is the only way that their data is going to load from Banner. But for most of you, what you'll want to do is just come right here to the Applications Dashboard. So I clicked on Dashboard, and let me go ahead and clear my filters here. So you will see a list of all different applications. So any program that you've been assigned to in the past, all of those students will populate here. And so what we need to do now is filter down and find just the students that you're looking for the upcoming program. So for me, I like to set the application status. So you might want to look at students who are submitted only. You might want to add in people who are incomplete if you want to email them and let them check in to see if they have any questions about your program. And you'll also be able to see students who are conditionally accepted, or committed. So here in the Center for International Education, once you give us the go-ahead to accept a student, we'll go ahead and switch them to one of these conditionally accepted statuses. And then we'll send them a financial agreement just so they can verify that they understand that they pay tuition plus the program fee and they understand our withdrawal policy. Once they return that back to us, we will go ahead and switch them to this committed status, which means they have committed to us that they are going to participate in this program. So I'll go ahead and just leave it at submitted applications for now. And then you can go ahead and select the term name. So for me, I made a fake test program, and the term associated is it's actually spring break 2023. And so you'll go ahead and type in there either the spring break or summer or the semester program that you're looking for. You can also filter down by program name if you were for some reason associated with two different summer programs. For me, all I see is this option CIE test program because that's the only program that my account is affiliated with. So you should see just options for programs that you have been associated with on the system. You can also filter by other all these other categories here. So for example, if you wanted to only see applications that were submitted after a certain date, you could go ahead and do that. I don't want to worry about any of those filters for now, but know that that is an option for you. So once you have all of the filters selected that you want for your program, specifically application status, program name, term name, you can then name that filter. So for this one, I might say spring break 23 submitted and click save. Now, whenever I come back to the application dashboard and I go to the top on the filters, I'll see spring break 23 submitted as an option. So that will always be remembered when you log out, log back in, and that's an easy way to go ahead and have those filters always ready to go for you. So you can have, as many filters as you want. You'll see some of these team filters that we use internally here in the CIE, but you also have this section where it will just be the filters that you create. So that's a really helpful tip to not have to add these filters back every single time you log in. And then you'll see some information displayed here on my screen. I can actually select what fields I want to show here. Any field showing here will be included in a report that you generate and download. So that's important to note as well. In order to change the information displayed on these columns, you're going to click these 3 bars up in the top corner. And for me, I'm going to go ahead and leave their first name, last name, email, their application status. But I already know that the term name is Spring Break 2023, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Application submitted on is a really great field, especially for those of you who are looking at rolling admissions. Student ID is definitely something that you might want to have. You can also download some of their academic information, majors, minors, cumulative GPA, and there's some other fields down here as well, but those are probably the big ones that you'll be looking for. And once you have all the columns here that you're interested in, you can go ahead and click this little cloud download CSV, and that will download a report right to your computer. So you can take a look at the students who have applied for your program. So if you want to look at their application in a little bit more detail, I do always recommend on Via, you can click on their name, but I do recommend doing a open link in new tab. So you just right click and then click that. So you would then go to their profile. You can see messages that have been sent to them, and you can send them messages yourself. And then you can also view all of their different applications that they have. This is Clyde the Cougar's account. So we've used him as an example many times, and so therefore has many different programs. You can click the plus or minus button on the side to change that view. But it also might be helpful for you to see if the student has applied for other programs. So you can see that as well. Ultimately, you'll also be able to look at any of the forms that they have that are required and whether or not that's been submitted. But when you're in the applications for that student, you can just click on the application and it'll bring you to that submission. If, for example, you wanted to see a specific answer to a question on their application, you could then go to this application content report. So I know for some of the faculty-led programs, they were looking specifically at certain which courses do you hope to enroll in for this program so that they can better understand what courses students were looking to sign up on for. And so then you would need to know the application template name, which I can let you know if you're not sure. They're usually named pretty specifically. So Spring 2023 application for this specific location. Spring break, it just is a general Spring 2023 faculty-led, and summer is similar as well as just CFC faculty-led summer 2023 application. But from there, I actually can't see, let me switch to just the general spring one. And then I can see students. So before I was on a different application template and I wasn't able to see any students because none of the programs I'm associated with used that application template. And so now I can go through and check, okay, what question do I want them to have answered? So for example, how will this international experience enhance your academic goals? And I only want to see students that have completed that question. So that will filter down there. And then as you scroll over, you'll be able to then see the answer to that question. Similar to our previous screen, you can go ahead and download the CSV and be able to see all the answers to those questions. We appreciate your patience, appreciate your hard work in providing these opportunities for our students, and please email me if you have any questions.